Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Lisa Baxter. And today, or rather tonight or this evening, I am talking to you about uh, nutrition, renal recipes, and stuff like this. I wish you could see both sides of my shirts because the other one has how you're supposed to look at, labels and stuff and how to look at it. It gives you an example and it's a nice picture. And this one says cut the salt. I got this at a health fair when I was in Brooklyn, and they were giving them out at my church. When my church, like Cathedral, had a health fair. Okay, we had several. Well, anyway, let me take you through some stuff. I got so much stuff to talk to you about, and I'm excited about it. Woo! Look at my writing. You don't want to see that. That's something else, right? Okay, since I'm talking about nutrition, plant-based, renal diets and stuff like that, I want to talk to you about some books, show you some recipes, and some of these recipes I can also post. Some of the information I'm also going to put in the chat. But since I am live, if you would like to say something or call me or even put something in the chat, or if you would like to text me, then I can maybe answer or ask a question or what have you. But you will see a whole lot. My number is 917-825-9291. Okay. If you want to email me something, it's Lisa Baxter 272@gmail.com. Okay, so you can call me, text me, or you can even inbox me or put something in the chat right here. I don't mind you asking. I don't mind your question being asked or anything like that. But I'm sharing on tonight. I'm trying to be nice with these earbuds. Maybe I need to get a different pair. I have so many, and some of them either went deaf in one ear, where I can only hear out of one ear. Forget about it. But anyway, let's talk. All right. Believe it or not, I think I might need a little extra light, a little more light. And maybe I'd like to still show you maybe the back of my shirt. I didn't put that in the plug, but I want you to see. Can you see a little bit of the back of my shirt? See? Well, you had to be there, huh? But anyway, Cornell University Extension. I took a class with them before in a workshop, and that was one of the ways I learned how to manage my weight, lose weight, and stuff like that. And it became fun. Learning different recipes, knowing how to chop it up, and knowing how to prepare it, better for myself or my family, my husband at the time, and everything like that. I got a certificate from it, and they even wanted to hire me. But this is Cornell's University's extensions number. They do a lot of different workshops that you could do with your job, your business. They do them in person and virtual, and you get a certificate after. The summer sessions are only 6 weeks, and the winter sessions are 8 weeks, and it's once a week. And instructors, which I'm going to tell you all three of their emails, they can do group. They can do one-on-one. They can do small groups or big groups and everything. And it's really a whole lot of fun to use what you have in your kitchen and use what you have. They make it a lot of fun. They're three beautiful ladies. They're very, very, very nice. I would like to also read a statement. Commitment to a healthier eating, homemade, kidney-friendly recipe. I'm going to be sharing those. I got a nice stack right there. Sandra Guzman, she does day sessions with seniors. And if you would like to do her class, it's SLG30 at cornell.edu. Cornell is CORNELL.edu. All of them end with that because they all work for Cornell. Nalita Beckles Reyes, right? She's another one of them as well that works. She's an educator, a nutrition educator. All three of them are. Sandra happened to be a senior one and been with the company for a lot of years. Okay, Miss Reyes Beckles, email is nr335 at cornell.edu. And she deals with youth and adults. And Cynthia, she does night classes. because I couldn't get anybody to do night. She could do day classes as well, but I have her working with me doing night classes for some of the people that couldn't do it in the day. And I have Cynthia doing the day classes for me because she couldn't do them at night. Now, Cynthia is the next person I'm going to tell you about. Cynthia, for Yale, email is cf324 at cornell.edu. She does day, she does youth, and she does adults. Okay? Now, what they do is they teach you how to read labels and stuff where you can really know what you're putting into your body. They have creative meals, healthier meals. They restructure meals that you might have been eating for years that they can make it either healthier, different, or better so you don't get tired of the same meals all the time as well. And they are free, as I said, and they give you a certificate. They're interactive and everything. So now we're going to get into all of these books I have posted, and this one is called The Gut Zone. All right, and it talks about digestion and things of that nature, help you with digestion. I don't know about you, but I had acid reflux and all kind of stuff. And I remember I went to a holistic doctor. When he took my blood, he told me all the food I was eating and ate. And all he did is pinch my finger and put it on the thing and told me everything I ate and how it wasn't digesting well. But this is how the book looks. It's also on my Facebook page, and this is the back of it as well. So, you got some foods that trigger things, and you got some foods that can really help. They have foods that help with cancer. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But I was hearing that for years. I think it was cabbage or something. But I mean, they have different foods for different things to feel better or to relax. And there's a tea, there's an herb for some of everything. That's right. I know that to be right. Okay. Now, this book here, did I change my glasses yet? No, I didn't. Let's change them. And I probably need more light. I'm too through with myself. Because every time I take, there's always something that I forgot to do or still got to do or try to do. So I'm like, oh my goodness. But we're going to work through it all. How about that? Thank you for bearing with me and being with me and coming in with me. How about that? This book is called The Gourmet Renal Cookbook. You see that? Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. And, it doesn't have that much on the back. But you see all my little yellow slips because these are some of the things that I wanted to say to you. How about that? I want to say to you, and I want to tell you so you know. All right? So I don't see the phone ringing, and I'm not seeing any things there, and I don't see really any chats there, which is okay. But I wanted to give you the option if you wanted to talk or say something or do something. I wanted to give you that option to be able to do it with me and not worry, okay, or not have the chance, okay. This has pictures and everything in it. It has what you put in it and how you everything. So I'm going to let me see what this one is called, the combination sandwich. The reason why I did sandwiches, but I know when I got a transplant, they told me couldn't go buy a sandwich because of the blade might not be clean. So I mean, I had to make my own sandwiches and stuff. So so I wanted you to get an idea because they have so many different sandwiches here. It says brisket of beef combo, deli special combo, and tuna, cheese, and peppers. Sounds good to me. Okay. And I will be putting more of the recipes up there on my page. All right. Now for the brisket of beef, right? They have 1 ounce of brisket of beef, 2 tablespoons of whipped cheese with chives. Whipped cream cheese with chives. All right. 2 lettuce leaves and 2 slices of Bermuda onions and 2 slices of pumpernickel bread. All right. It's good to try them different breads. They got potato bread out there. They got wheat bread, white bread, Italian bread. I can go on. I love bread. I used to like it with coffee. Child, please. Deli special combo. 1 ounce of breast of turkey, 1 ounce of roast beef, and 1 ounce of savory chicken livers. Okay, a half a teaspoon of mayonnaise, two lettuce leaves, and 2 slices of rye bread this time. Oh, I like rye bread. Some breads you can't have with peanut butter and jelly, but rye bread tastes good with different types of meats. All right, now we got the tuna, cheese, and peppers combo. All right, 2 ounces of tuna, unsalted. They do have that. All right. They even have low sodium sandwich meat if you had to go that way, and low sodium soups and stuff. But you can make your own stuff too. Some things you might do quickly, and then some things you really have time to do. All right. I shouldn't have cut my thing down. I see sweating going on. Maybe because I'm happy too. All right. 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of chopped celery, and 1 ounce of low salt Swiss cheese, 1 ounce of roasted red peppers, and one Kaiser roll. Oh, them Kaiser rolls is good. I don't know about you. I like them Kaiser rolls. All right. Just in case I have to put these up, I'm gonna keep the yellow slips in there. So Okay. All right. I should have brought my magnifying glass over here too. Okay, evening snacks. And this evening snacks talk about, see? Evening snacks. This evening snacks talk about old-fashioned butter cookies by Edith Borelli. Okay, she have a half a pound of unsalted butter softened, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 large egg, 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 cups of sift all-purpose flour. And you only have to do this at 350 degrees in the stove for 15 to 20 minutes. That's all. That is it. Of course, you have to roll them up into a ball and, place them on a cooking sheet and everything like that, a nice ways apart so they don't all stick together. I don't know about you, but my cookies would stick together and I had to pry them apart some kind of way, slice them in and out. But that's the recipe basically for that, and you roll it, you knead it, you put it together, you spin it, you put your stuff in there. Once you put your stuff all together, sometimes some recipes have dry ingredients first over there and wet ingredients, and then you combine it in a mixer or whisk it or, or stir it. But in this case, this is how this one is done for those cookies. All right. And it have the nutrition factors up here too. So if you needed to know what's the nutrition factor, because the grains is 14 grams and the sugars are 17 grams. All right. Carbohydrates is 42. Cholesterol is 62. Saturated fats is 14 grams. All right. And total fat is 23 grams. All right. Interesting. How about that? Isn't that something? Okay, these books belong to my sister Yolanda, and she's been on dialysis for 24 years. I love that woman. I got some things to say to her before I end this show. All right. Okay, I'm trying to see who. It got so many names on the book. Goodness, Sal Goldman. They have on the book. They have the nephrologist too, the Department of Medicine on this book, the renal nutritionist and everything, Sharon Stoll. Interesting. And good to know. How about that? So check this out. Renal diet plan and cookbook. One thing I like about both books is that they have a plan in there for everything: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they always refer to the recipes that they already told you about. So if it was an oatmeal recipe or a meat recipe or any type of dinner that you had to put together, it would you would add it into that plan. So this way you don't get tired of it. See, like this one says about 1 week's plan, and it goes all the way from Monday to Friday, and suggested snacks and from the recipes from the book itself. See, hmm this is the back of the book. I meant to show you this. I love the back of this book. It gives you pictures and ideas and everything. And Susan Zolkerb is the author, and George R. Goodness, Aronoff is the MD. Ooh, okay, okay. All right. So, okay. One of the things I like, this says dump the salt to explore your options. So I guess there are other things that would give the food flavor because you got fresh vegetables and stuff and things that you can chop, peppers and onions and all of those great things, cilantro, and then you have your herbs that are dry, so you can buy, fresh garlic, and then you got the garlic that, minced garlic, right? So these are some of the things that they're saying that you could use. It says beer or wine used sparingly, I guess if that's in the recipe or not. You got your condiments, you got your cayenne peppers, you got your cilantro, your cinnamon, and your dill. Supposed to help out a lot. I know when I was on dialysis, I had like a whole rack of different type of flavors trying to dress the food up. I mean, I did use Mrs. Dash, but then I saw some other things, individually by McCormick that was good. That I grew up with McCormick. My mom used that. All right, so you got garlic and olive oil, okay, lemon and rosemary, scallops, leeks, and onions, vinegars, and a varieties of, and countless stuff that you can make all kind of things with. You can make dressings with it. You can even make your own mayonnaise and stuff like that. If you don't like what's on the shelf or what's bought, some of the stuff on the shelf, have things that you can have and they modified it for you, for the person with the health issue. But then you have some things you just said, listen, I'm gonna make this thing myself. I know exactly what it went into. I had three ingredients and that's all I needed. And that happens sometimes. Okay. They got different marinades in here. They have low sodium mayonnaise. Let me give you a little bit of look at that. Isn't that something? I know it's a lot of words. I'm gonna read some of them off to you. I got some of everything holding this book open. All right. So with the it's a low protein mayonnaise, and it's delicious and simple. And this is how you make it. All right. All right. Okay. This is in good, I'm sure. Okay. Pressing to make sure. Okay. You have 2 egg yolks, one teaspoon of dill, Dijon mustard, one teaspoon of honey. Okay. 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. You put that in there, and two teaspoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and 2 cups. Is that 2 cups? Yeah. Yes, you're making a lot of this. 2 cups of olive oil. Wow. So that should give it some little zip and some little taste. In a large bowl, you're gonna whisk together the egg yolks, the mustard, the honey, the vinegar, and lemon juice. And this what? And it's a thin stream. Okay, you whisk it. So I guess I love that little whisk thing. Especially you seem to go quick with that little whisk. It's not a blender, but because you're using your own strength with it. And store in a sealed glass container in the refrigerator, and it lasts up for 2 weeks. So if you made your own mayonnaise, it lasts up for 2 weeks. Yes. All right, let's see what we got next. Poppy seed dressing. I thought that was interesting. All right, let me show you. I'm pulling my earplugs out while I'm trying to show you. See? Ooh. Now, all right. I wonder if I can read from this side. Maybe. Okay. All right. You got a half a cup of apple cider or red wine vinegar. Mm. A third cup of honey. Here's the honey again. All right. And a fourth cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. That lemon juice, I guess that thins it all out too. And a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Give it a little kick. Boop, boop. Put that up in there. A cup of olive oil, a half small sweet onion minced. So you gotta chop that onion really up, mince it up, get that knife going, and 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. So you put your 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds in a small bowl. Whisk, that whisk is famous. Whisk the vinegar, the honey, the lemon, all your ingredients together, and blend it well. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. That sounds good. And you also can store the dressing in a sealed glass container in the refrigerator again for 2 weeks. Isn't that nice? Isn't that tasty? Doesn't that sound good? Okay, so I'm going into some smoothies. Maybe you're not able to have melons and stuff, but you might have a transplant person or a person that have kidney disease, or maybe they're not sick at all, and they might want to do this recipe. It's called melon smoothie cooler. Woohoo! Nice. Okay, okay, all right. Wow. Okay, a cup of watermelon cubes. Mm. I loved watermelon growing up. We used to be on the stoop, flies and everything would be on there the next morning because me and my nephews, Duval, Nishon, Timothy, we'd be out there on Green Avenue. And boy, my father had to, water it down to get it straight because, it's sticky and they called everything out, every bug. All right, so a cup of watermelon cubes, a half a cup of sliced fresh or frozen strawberries. So if you don't have anything fresh, you can use the frozen. It's okay. Add the ice cubes and blend until thickened and smooth. Mm. And pour into 2 glasses and serve immediately. So when you do this, it's ready to be drank. It's ready to be enjoyed. So do your thing with it. Wow. You can cool it. Wow. You cut the rinds off. You got to cut the rinds off. Well, you already know that. That's why you're doing the cubes. But I'm looking at the little writing here and a little bit of stuff in here. All right. You can put it in a cocktail glass. You can put a little garnish on it and everything and make it look pretty and nice and, spoil the family a little bit or let this family spoil you. Teach them that recipe, honey. Yes. I put more things in here than I thought, but I couldn't help myself. Hmm. Herb roasted cauliflower. Now I like cauliflower, but I had it roasted before and it was delicious, but I never made it myself. So, I thought that was interesting. I didn't just want to give you the same old food and stuff that we eat all the time or the same old meal. I wanted to give you something different or something that you can dress up. Also, if you are in the dialysis center, you know that the National Kidney Foundation have recipes, and a lot of the other ones, AAKP, and a lot of them give out recipes and stuff and have nutrition and have magazines and stuff like that. So you're able to find some of this stuff out, and you're able to go on websites and get stuff as well. There's so much out there. Okay, so let me see now. You have to prepare the oven for 400, right? And you're gonna lightly coat and bake your baking sheet with olive oil. You're gonna toss the cauliflower and 1 tablespoon of olive oil, thyme, chives, and pepper until they are well coated. So make sure that stuff get all over it. I can almost taste it and smell it. All right, spread the cauliflower on the prepared baking sheet. Roast, turning once until both sides are golden for 20 minutes. So it's going to add color. It just won't be white, but it'll be golden with flavor and taste. So look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that sound good? Come on and try it. If you try any of these recipes, let me know how it came out. I would love to know. I don't see nothing yet still on the phone, but I'm waiting for you. I don't hear nothing and I don't see it. How about that? What's next? Turkey. Turkey barley stew. Now, you don't only have to have turkey for Thanksgiving. I like turkey sandwiches. I like turkey salad. I chop it up just like I make chicken salad. The thing is good. I remember that from when I was little. My mother did everything to that turkey when, once a Thanksgiving or Christmas was over. And we loved it. Turkey soup, turkey. Bird. Oh, no, that's the other bird. Gobble, gobble. Yeah, I got it right now, y'all. 1 teaspoon of olive oil is what you want, right, to put in this thing. And you got a 1/2 pound of uncooked turkey breast. Use the turkey breast, right? Cut into 1/2 inch pieces. So you want to chop it up nicely. Get your cubes going. A half a sweet onion chopped, a teaspoon of minced garlic, 3 cups of water. Water. I love water. Water's included. I meant to pull some of my water things over here, you know, especially if you're not restricted. So keep that in mind. Okay, a cup of sodium-free chicken stock. Some people make their own chicken stock, and there's a recipe in this book about making your own after do up, boil the chicken itself and make your stuff fresh. You know what I mean? But there are low sodium chicken stocks out there and the stuff that you can use for this recipe. A cup of shredded green cabbage. I like cabbage. I always did. 1 carrot slice. So slice up them carrots. 2 bay leaves. Two. All right. 2 teaspoons of fresh parsley leaves. Freshly ground pepper. I got my all of my stuff downstairs that you can like that with it. In a large saucepan over medium high heat, for the olive oil. You put your olive oil in there and sauteed and cooked through for 7 minutes, right? Turkey. Add the onions and the garlic and saute until softened about 3 minutes, right? Then add the water stock, the cabbage, the barley, it's barley, barley and carrots and your bay leaves and bring to a boil. Then reduce the heat. You gotta reduce the heat. Bring it down. Reduce the heat. Reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 35 minutes. Remove the bay leaves and stir in the parsley and season with pepper and serve hot. So put it right there. I mean, your family will be ready. They probably be smelling it. Or if you told anybody about it, they might start calling. You know what I mean? But you can try it first and then try it on them or just try it with everybody at the same time. You know what I mean? Family don't mind. My husband was always my tasty person. So if I was making anything, the potato salad, macaroni salad, the stuffing, bread pudding, banana pudding, all of them different things, he was always the taster. It's got enough this, yeah, enough that. Oh, she says, oh, don't do nothing else. I had big Kool-Aid smile in. What's next? Grilled zucchini and red onion salad. It is hot, and I do not like a lot of hot food in the summer. Very rare. And then I don't have that much appetite in the summer, but because I take my anti-rejection medications and any medication, you will need some food with it. All right. I don't know about you, but some pills may make me hungry or more hungry. I didn't appreciate that, especially when I had enough. And now, would wake me up in the middle of the night being hungry. But I don't like to eat nothing in the middle of the night. But I have little things, I try to chew my gum, keep my mouth moist, stuff like that. And, if it'd have to be a fruit or something that I don't want the digestive system working at night. So be careful eating at night or overeating, because it can mess with you. Okay, we got 6 zucchinis, both green and yellow. Ooh, both colors. That's going to be a colorful salad. Cut into a 1/4-inch thick slice. I wish I had that in front of me. This is why I told you about those nutrition classes. So you can do that with them, along with them. You can do it with them or watch, but be a part. Okay, a 1/2 medium red onion, thinly sliced, a 1/4 cup of olive oil. They use that olive oil. I ain't mad at them. They ain't never lied. All right, freshly ground black pepper, 3 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, whoop, whoop, and 2 teaspoons of chopped fresh oregano. Wow. Okay, now what is this? Preheat and barbecue grill for the medium heat in a salt what in a medium bowl. Toss a zucchini and onions with the olive oil and season with the pepper. Grill the zucchini and onions until lightly charred. Mm. Turn Turn about in 4 minutes per side. So each side get 4 minutes. Transfer the grill and the vegetables to a large bowl and cool for about 30 minutes and toss the grilled vegetables with the balsamic vinegar and the oregano and serve. So wow, you get grilled vegetables, colorful vegetables, tasty vegetables, and you're putting it all together. Child, everybody don't always do meat on the grill. So it's nice to be able to do a vegetable too. I like everything on the grill. It seems like it tastes different. I don't care what it is. You could have been eating that vegetable or that meat for years. You put it on the grill, it just gave it a different flavor, a different kick, and a different other thing. Okay. This is Brian from Green Avenue. I grew up with Brian, but I don't know why he's calling me now. He couldn't be somebody calling me for the show because this is a picture to show with me. But I will be talking to him, but not while I'm doing the show. And since nobody is calling in, let me try to, that's one thing about a reality show. That's what happens. You know, things happen while you're doing it. Berry peach cobbler. I thought that was interesting too. Look at this. You got 4 tables. Oh, sorry. See, I didn't make it up. Wow. 4 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, plus more for the baking dish. So you got to put it in that too. 2 cups of mixed fresh vegetables. Sorry, berries. All right. I work today. Sorry, y'all. Two peaches, peeled, pitted, sliced. Yellow thing in my way. I can't see. Slice, a 4th cup of sugar, a teaspoon of cornstarch. Boop, boop. You got to put your little cornstarch up in there. All right. And a half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I used to put stuff in my, when I used to make pound cake, I used to throw a little nutmeg in there too. All right, 3/4 cups of almond meal. So if you're not a person that use flour, because you got a lot of vegan people and people that vegetarians or whatever they are, they sometimes use almond milk, almond flour. They even have a oatmeal milk. So I mean, they got all types of milks and all type of things if you didn't want to use dairy or use any kind of white products, starchy things or whatever you want to call it. But okay, so you got that, and a 1/4 cup of rolled oats, and a teaspoon of phosphorus free. You hear that? Phosphorus free baking powder. All right. And they talk about that. They give a whole page to that thing so you can read it and see it. Right? So you're gonna prepare the oven for 350. Lightly coat the 9 by 9 inch baking dish with melted butter. All right. In the medium bowl, you're gonna toss together the berries, the peaches, the sugar, the cornstarch, and the nutmeg. Don't forget the nutmeg, and transfer the fruit mixture into the baking dish and spread it evenly. Evenly. All right. In a medium bowl, use a fork to stir together the almond meal, the oats, and the baking powder and into the well blend. Stir 4 teaspoons of melted butter, tossing to firm and to cause crumb. So I guess that's the part of it that's going to crumble up. All right. Top the fruit mixture evenly with the oat mixture. So after that's in the pan, you're gonna put that on the top of it. So I guess that's like your crust. So you got like a bottomless crust, but you got a nice topping on the top. hmm Bake the cobbler until bubbly, and brown, golden brown, about 35 minutes, and then serve warm or cold. So you got the options of serving it warm or serving it cold. Wow, isn't that something? The nutrition god managed kidney disease. You'd be surprised. Oh, we all would be, right? Let's see what we got next. Now, we got the plant powered kitchen. All right, 51 delicious plant-based recipes. Check this book out, y'all. Isn't that something? Wow. And this is the back. Dr. Amanda Levitt. Levitt. All right. So I only picked a few. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who's watching. You know, some people are meatless. You know, people have meatless Mondays, and maybe that's the only day they have meatless. And you got some people who it was eating meat for years, and now they're eating meat. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? They got nice, good pictures. And the book is not that thick at all. Healthy white bean and kale soup. Doesn't that sound good? All right. This healthy soup combines white beans and greens in a thick, savory broth. It's reheats well for a healthy lunch. So after you had it, you can freeze it. Let's say you can freeze it, or you can reheat and have lunch. Okay, this is the ingredients. Check this out. Okay, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, one medium onion, chopped, one large carrot, okay, one slice of celery chopped, salt to taste. So control your salt. All right. Salt substitutes can make you ill. Don't mess with that. All right. So I learned it the hard way when it happened to my parents. All right. So okay, one 14-ounce canned chopped tomatoes with the juice. Mm. All right. 6 cups of water or vegetable broth. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. I guess that helps it out. Give it a kick. You know, 1 tablespoon of oregano. One medium. What is that? Yukon gold potato. Sounds good to me. Dice it. Mm-hmm. All right. Bay leaf, a few of spring or a barley, thyme, basil. All right, and a half a pound of kale steamed, washed thoroughly, and chopped. You gotta chop that thing up. All right, and a can of white beans. And dry, rinse that out. Rinse the whole can out with the beans and everything. Freshly ground pepper. Okay, grated Parmesan for a service option. So you don't have to have the Parmesan added to it or not. But it looks lovely. Okay, what's next? I hope you guys are still with me. Okay, look at this. Isn't that something? This is called Sloppy Joe with lentils and chickpeas. Check that out. All right, so you got it all in there. These satisfying vegetables, Sloppy Joe, packed with plant-based protein for both lentils and chickpeas. Homemade barbecue sauce. Made and flavored. Wow. Okay, let's tell you what's in it. All right. You got a half a cup of dried green lentils. All right. One 15-ounce can of chickpeas rinsed. You got your coleslaw for topping, if desired, right? While the grains and gluten-free hamburger bun, all right? So that gluten-free is important. You got people that have issues with that. Now, if you're making that barbecue sauce, this is what it says. It says the 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 small shallot, all right? Okay. And 2 cups of clove garlic minced. All right, a cup of tomato sauce. You know, the dialysis people got to watch that sauce. You know, they watch their condiments and the sauce, too much of gravies and stuff. 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of tamari liquid amino or soy sauce. And they got low sodium soy sauce as well. 3/4 teaspoons of smoked paprika, little kick, a half a teaspoon of mustard powder. Okay, and a fourth teaspoon of ground cumin, and a fourth teaspoon of salt, and a fourth teaspoon of black pepper. They never forget that black pepper. I ain't mad at them. You know, place the lentils in a medium-sized pot and cover with 1 cup of water and a pinch of salt. Here's the salt. I hope it boils out. We don't want too much of that. No high blood pressure going on. Bring to a boil, reduce and simmer, and cook the lentils until tender. So you gotta wait till they're tender. Yeah. One time I threw them in the soup. The whole soup was done, but them beans wasn't done. So I learned to do the beans first and then start adding the stuff, building up on my soup. Because oh man, there's nothing like you being hungry, or if you try, you better not try to eat it because that's the only thing you're gonna get too many beans in your mouth that's not cooked or not done. You know what I mean? So that's one of the ways, you know what I mean? But let's see. Heat into a large pan over a medium heat and add olive oil and the shallots, all of your seasonings, the paprika and everything, and the cooked lentils and the chickpeas to the barbecue sauce. Okay, you're gonna put all of that together and scoop it and put that thing on a bun. You can add lettuce, tomatoes, anything you want on the top, coleslaw or whatever. Okay, so let's see. We got the last recipe that rhymes. I had to give you something different. I didn't just want to give you the same thing. I don't want to give you chicken and you already eat chicken to death. So you know what I mean? And I love chicken. I get tired of it and then I'll be crying for it another week later. Crispy zucchini fritters. Ooh, look at that. I know you don't have to have a whole lot of oil sometimes in the pan. I mean, I'll do a lot of stuff with a little bit of oil. Sometimes you can just brush the thing, with the oil or take a cap of oil. Isn't that something? And there are different good types of oils out there, you know? But okay. All right, all right. Okay, French. Okay, all right, the ingredients. 2 small zucchini, shredded. Wow, shredded. Okay. And to squeeze out the water, the excess water out of it. All right, you're going to have 2/3 cups of kernel corn, frozen corn, defrost, make sure it's the frost. All right, 3 tablespoons of creamy almond butter. Okay, half a cup of gluten-free oat flour. There's your oat flour, not the other flour. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder. All right, 3/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. I like the sea salt. All right, a fourth teaspoon of ground black pepper and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. All right, that stuff be hitting it together. So you can make a creamy lemon sauce also to go with this. If you want to have something to dip it in, some people like a dip, some people will eat it just like that. But if you do want to use that, okay, all right, you got 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, 6 to 8 teaspoons of water, a 4 teaspoon of onion powder, a 4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a 4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. All right, a half a heaping cup of raw cashews. Wow. Okay, cooked in boiling water for 10 minutes and drain or simply soak the cashews in cold water overnight and drain. Okay, so that I guess that all going together. Ooh. So you can preheat the oven. See, you don't have to fry it. Preheat the oven for 400 degrees and line a baking pan with parchment paper. Okay, you will see that on the cooking shows. It's kind of nice. Shred The shredded used large holes on the grater to long strips. Okay, that's the other thing. No. So after now, with all of your ingredients, how when you're doing these type of things, you pad the stuff together and you form balls or patties with it, to form. Some people like them round, some people like them flat like a burger. But it's a fritter, so they are kind of flat, but they can be very tasty. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed and liked that. And I know I did. That's something different. I wanted to do a show like that, and so many shows that I have in my heart to do. So many movies and so many scripts to write, and so many different ideas. But I want you to pray again for my sister Yolanda Webster, who's been in the hospital, and I believe God for her recovery. Okay, she had 2 strokes. She's a fighter. She's been on dialysis for 24 years, and she's just a strong woman. She has a doctorate degree. She, taught in the public school. She taught music. She was supposed to be on the show and everything like that. Well, I wanted to show you this picture because this is the newspaper that they did of her when she had her 5th child on the bridge. She had Raquan Webster on the bridge. He's 30 years old. He just turned 30 the end of July, the last day in July. So and he's a hardworking young man, a beautiful young man, and everything like that. And that's part of my family dealing with polycystic kidney disease and stuff. And we just fighters. We still try to live a normal, good life, and it's good for all of us to try that and do that, no matter what illness you're dealing with or dealt with, or anything that you that's messing with you. Okay, so Yolanda has written a lot of books. I've only found 4 of them, and she did one on marriage that I couldn't find, and I was just going to say the name of it, but I forgot to write it down. So that's just the true thing. I ain't going to dance my way through it. And this book, I didn't want to show it because it's kind of beat up because I took the bad copy, but this is the only one I could find. This one is called The Fulfilled Life, right? And God has a purpose and a plan for you. So she talks about that in this book. And this is the picture on the back of the book. That's her and her 4th son when he got married, and his beautiful wife, Paris, and his wife, Shanique. All right, Webster. My cousin Paris Rochford, I almost said his name. All right. This one is the rejected but accepted by him. So you might be rejected by people, but accepted always by God. And this is that's the back of Yolanda book. This is the front. And I like this book. I believe this was her first book. The Modern Day Wilderness Experience by Dr. Yolanda Webster. Mm-hmm. All right. And her pictures, she has pictures in the back of the book and sometimes in the front. All of her stuff is a very good read. She was a minister that preached the gospel. You know what I mean? She's a mother. She's a grandmother. You know what I mean? She's a hardworking woman. So just please pray for her. And pray for yourself too. A lot of times if you think nobody's praying for you, then just pray for yourself. Talk to God for yourself because you can. And he does hear and he does listen. So you have a wonderful night and evening with your family. Rest if you need rest. Enjoy your weekend because it's Friday. You know what I mean? So do what you can and do what you will. A billion blessings. I love you guys. V for victory, because this is the Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 in the kidney world. Always 1,000%. All right? So y'all be good. Take care. Happy summer. And I just dig you guys. Fantabulous. Shanto. Wow. Glory. Thank you. Mhm.